Although we couldn't bring you our entire all-star team in person, we still wanted you to get to know each of us a little bit better than via some cold PowerPoint slide. Mind you, we are not professional actors. We don't wear makeup, at least not usually. And we don't know how to use a teleprompter, so we'll never be able to run for president. But we are totally pumped about the opportunity for us all to work together and with you on this exciting project. So sit back, relax, and allow me to introduce you to some of our core members of the Moog Centric Customer E-Business Portal All-Star Implementation Team.
Hello, I'm Bob Patriarchal. I am a Senior Solutions Architect. I've consulted on highly visible corporate-wide strategic enterprise initiatives utilizing enterprise best practice methodologies and technology solutions. I've worked with steering committees, key stakeholders, technology team managers, and subject matter experts. I provided leadership and insight to a skilled team of in-house and contracted software developers that extends to teams as high as 20 developers. My background includes 6 years of experience in building e-commerce, B2B, and supply chain management systems for the world's leading diversified manufacturer of motion and control technologies and systems headquartered in Cleveland, Ohio. These projects started as prototypes and matured into a $200 million annual revenue stream for the corporation. I collaborated with domestic and international team members that were logistically located around the world. We rolled out the diverse system to over 30 domestic and international divisions with multilingual and multiple currency support. These solutions utilized the Microsoft stack, including but not limited to a redundant infrastructure that consisted of IIS web clusters, load-balanced middle-tier application servers, clustered SQL servers, and a load-balanced BizTalk server. We utilized Visual Studio Team System and a C# development platform. My enterprise application integration experience includes integrating in real-time and batch with various back-office systems and formats, including XML and EDI, mainframe, DB2, CICS COBOL, utilizing BizTalk Server. I've also connected to many hubs and ERP systems, including MSS, JD Edwards, Ariba Supplier Network, ExoStar, and other proprietary systems. I am knowledgeable in electronic transactions and standards, including but not limited to OAGIS, CXML, XCBL, purchase orders, purchase order acknowledgments, invoices, planning schedules, Kanban signals, and other various transactions. I also recently worked on an e-commerce solution for a mutual insurance carrier located in Cleveland, Ohio. This project involved developing and delivering an e-commerce presence and instant real-time underwriting for individual and family insurance for Midwest states with varying Department of Insurance regulations. These projects utilized the Microsoft Stack and Microsoft SharePoint portal server. The development platform consisted of Visual Studio Team System and C#. I am excited to meet with the Moog team and look forward to the opportunity to work with you. I am married with a 7-year-old boy and 4-year-old girl, and I enjoy volunteering and coaching activities that my kids are involved in. My wife and I both work busy schedules, and we focus on family dinners and setting aside time for family movie nights.
Hi, my name is Michael Brunner. I'm a business analyst with a very strong applications development background. I'm a big believer in driving out requirements on a project and making those central to everything that's done during the software development process. I can talk with the business users and still hang with the technical architects and developers. The role of a business analyst on a successful IT initiative requires understanding and communicating the strategic objectives of a project. I've spent the last 14 years doing exactly that. I'm very good at bridging the gap between a software development effort and the business and management teams that ultimately set the direction of a project. My experience has been heavy on design and hands-on development, and I'm frequently the technical resource who's tasked with helping drive out requirements and communicating with stakeholders so direction can be set and is well understood. Much of my experience is very applicable to the Moog project plans. I've helped lead development efforts for portal and enterprise applications at PNC Bank and Progressive Insurance, and developed a corporate portal for Lubrizol, a Fortune 500 chemicals manufacturing company. I've also developed successful e-commerce implementations aimed at the college bookstore and print and promotional product marketplaces. I've primarily worked with Microsoft technologies like .NET, SQL Server, and SharePoint. However, if there's one thing I've learned about software development, it's that no matter the tool set, a high level of rigor and well-executed processes are necessary to drive a successful IT effort, and that's exactly what I hope to contribute to this project. The Centric team working on the Moog project is first-rate. I've worked with a number of team members before, and I've seen their professionalism firsthand. I'm very enthusiastic about working with the team, and I'm confident that it can deliver. Personally, my wife and my 2 children are the most cherished things in my life, so most of my free time revolves around them. I'm also an avid runner and a bit of a history buff, so if you've got any pressing questions about, say, American airborne operations behind Utah Beach on D-Day, I'm your man. Don't ask me about polka, though.
Hi, my name is Chad De Silva, and I look forward to working with the Moog team on this exciting endeavor. I am a technical architect with the Centric team and will be providing design and development expertise across whatever anyone lets me get my grubby hands on. Back in 1982, my father brought home a strange-looking thing called a computer. It was a Commodore 64, and it was the most incredibly unsexy shade of beige. I remember being knee-deep in manuals and styrofoam peanuts, exchanging bewildered looks with my dad. Finally, we connected everything, and he turned it on, and everything changed. I was hooked. By the time I was 18, I started consulting as a professional programmer in between semesters at college. In the 20 years since then, I have striven to become the kind of architect who can not only deliver mission-critical enterprise software, but also understand the strategic business goals and motivators that underlie the need for them. I have over a decade of extensive experience with the ever-evolving Microsoft technology stack, including a 4-year tenure with Microsoft Consulting Services. In my time, I have designed and built solutions against Microsoft technologies that range from e-commerce to procurement, ERP, CRM, policy processing, banking, and mobile applications. I truly believe that this initiative will be transformational for Moog, and I am excited by the prospect of seeing this to fruition, as well as working hand in hand with our partners at Moog to deliver an innovative solution that meets their immediate and future needs. My passion is delivering value through technology. The key to achieving this is realizing that technology cannot solve every problem. It is by teamwork and communication that I believe we can build something great. In my spare time, I love spending time with my significant other and our dog, except when it's my turn to walk the dog. I lead a very active lifestyle and enjoy autocross, rock climbing, scuba diving, martial arts, and weightlifting. I believe in pushing the boundaries of mind and body and in learning something new every day, except polka.
Hi, my name is Brayton Ryder. I bring an expertise in enterprise architecture and development, particularly in .NET, SQL Server, and SharePoint. I look forward to working on the all-star team to help Moog reach its goals by leveraging my experience in the Microsoft stack and enterprise-wide portal implementations. Solving the most complex technical challenges is what excites me about my job, and my experiences back this up. I have spent the last 20 years working with clients to help them understand how to take their business needs and translate them into an enterprise system. My experience ranges from the political spectrum, GeorgeWBush.com in 2000, to SharePoint portal development for NASA. I have been a website developer for corporations and politicians. I have created websites for government that have served millions of users to simple forms for cities for dozens of users. Most recently, I have been helping to architect and implement a Microsoft-based portal for use by the Department of State and NASA. The NASA project involves the implementation of a SharePoint portal system for NASA and 14 regional offices. This portal system interfaces with HR, timekeeping, and financial systems. Of all these integrations, we'll use SharePoint as its communication hub. During my time with a large regional bank, I led a team of developers and an analyst that designed and developed the public-facing website or customer portal. While still at the bank, I helped to implement a proof of concept for a BizTalk implementation in the bank, and this was one of the first .NET implementations in the country. I work closely with C-level executives and vice presidents to architect a new employee benefit system and ensure the proper business requirements were laid out. I then translated these business requirements into technical requirements, which were then used to develop the application. I was the person that bridged the discussions between the executives, the management teams, and the application developers. I helped with the interface design to external systems, both upstream and downstream. Also, during this time, I helped to implement a SharePoint portal for use by the management and development teams. All in all, I've participated in the development or helped in the design of at least 9 portal implementations. I believe in the all-star team that Centric can bring to this project. Combined with Moog, the Moog team, I am totally confident that we can bring this portal project to an incredible success. On a personal note, I am married with 5 children, all under age 11. I enjoy volunteering for organizations for my children. I have been a coach as well as a Cub Scout leader. One thing I've learned over the years of being a dad is that somehow dad always becomes the human trampoline for the kids while mom sits and laughs.
Hi, my name is Dan Valerian. I'm a manager with Centric Consulting, and I'm extremely excited to be part of the team for this project with Moog. My role in the project will be to work with you to define and communicate the goals, processes, and priorities for all the different layers of the project, and then bundling this knowledge up into technical requirements for our development team to use in building out the actual end product. I'll also be a coordinator between the Centric and Moog teams to ensure that as we build out the portal, all the technical requirements that we've established are being met. and also that the end result is a system that's easy to use and provides a positive user experience. Finally, I'll provide training to your staff and make sure everyone is up to speed on the new system and getting comfortable with using the portal to support their everyday work. As for my professional background, I realized pretty early on that my dreams of rock and roll stardom were not going to pan out, so I set out on a more traditional path. I've always been a geek at heart. I've got a passion for technology. I love the creative process, and I love working with people. Over the last 15 years or so, I've worked as a CIO, IT director, vice president of operations. I've done everything from project management to business and data analysis, web development, social media projects, user interface design, and a dose of infrastructure thrown in for good measure. Prior to joining Centric, I ran my own consulting practice and served in an advisory role for a startup software company. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and one of the things that drew me into this project is that it has the energy and excitement of a startup, but it's supported with the knowledge and resources of an established company that has a track record of long-term success. It's a really unique situation, and I see an incredible opportunity here. In the time I've spent at Centric, I've worked with some truly exceptional people. This is a committed, smart, and passionate group. And I'm not just repeating something from a marketing line. The desire to build great client relationships and deliver exceptional results are built into the mindset and approach of the team at Centric. I've had the opportunity to learn about Moog through some behind-the-scenes work that I've done with Joe, Paul, and Price. I also had the chance to grab dinner with some of the folks from Moog over the summer. Besides an incredible meal out on the patio in the heart of Cleveland, we had a truly unbelievable conversation with the owner of an enormous dog who claimed to be the heir to a Siberian diamond fortune. Like I said, it was a truly unbelievable conversation. You can ask Alan to tell you the full story on that one sometime. On a personal note, if I'm not working, I'm spending time with my family. I'm married with 3 great kids, and we keep busy with life, school, music lessons, and sports. I'm also the son of a retired Air Force pilot. As I've been digging into the story of Moog and learning more about the history of the company, it's made me realize that there's a good chance that the Moog equipment in my dad's jet probably played a critical role in his safe return from over 100 combat missions in Vietnam. I was born about a year after he made it back, so who knows, without Moog, I might not even be here to talk to you today. So from the team at Centric, and from me personally, thanks so much for your time and consideration. This project has the potential to be a game changer, and we're looking forward to delivering it for you.
Hi, my name's Price Foltz, and I've had the pleasure of working with a great number of Moog folks over the past year through my role on 2 projects that have led us as a group to this point, and I'm thoroughly excited about the prospect of extending those relationships through my involvement with this effort. My background is IT solution engineering. For the past 20 years, I've architected, built, and implemented strategic custom solutions for companies across the Midwest. Those companies span multiple industries, but a common theme has been my involvement with the manufacturing field for firms like BP America, Sherwin-Williams, Thermo Fisher, Zercoa, and Moen, where I was responsible for delivering systems that ranged from accounting and financials to inventory control and resource planning. Several of these projects required the ability to think creatively, to integrate separate multiple systems into a common solution. The software I've built is still in use today. I've had a deep experience in a broad range of technologies, including the Microsoft group of products, and have a passion for complex business challenges that require equally complex and sophisticated technology solutions. Working with the various IT and business functions within Moog over the last 10 months has given me an excellent understanding of the challenges that will be faced with the integration of Moog's back office systems to the portal. Working alongside those teams has also given me a unique perspective on the collaborative integration approach required for a successful implementation. I've enjoyed the challenges that the diversity of Moog's IT landscape offers me and look forward to realizing the potential of an enterprise-level integration across Moog's systems. When I'm not building high-class software solutions, you can probably find me out on the golf course getting the stuffing beaten out of me by my 10-year-old son, who's had a remarkably successful year on the Cleveland Junior Tours, taking multiple first places and Player of the Year honors. The 2 ladies in my life, my wife and my 12-year-old daughter, keep me equally busy in my off time with their involvement with several equine events. In closing, I'm thrilled at the prospect of continuing to work with you all in the coming years and months.
Hello, I'm Joe Smutsny. Many on the Moog team know me, but I wanted to still reiterate a few things related to my role and my experience that are relevant to this project. I'm the managing partner and the vice president for Centric's Cleveland, Northeast Ohio business unit, which now reaches into Buffalo thanks to Moog's willingness to partner with us on several projects recently. Thank you very, very much. It's a sincere privilege being able to work with all of you at Moog. My background includes 10 years in Accenture's manufacturing and supply chain practice. I worked on projects as a programmer analyst, I've managed multi-million-dollar ERP implementations, and I've developed global supply chain processes and strategies. I've done a little bit of everything. I've worked with executives, with IT teams, I've worked on the shop floor and on shipping docks. After my time with Accenture, I decided not to travel as much, and I served on the executive leadership team of 2 consulting firms. In one firm, I led the manufacturing and supply chain practice, and our focus was on developing customer portals, supplier, and employee portal solutions. The second firm was a startup that provided IT support for nonprofits and education. I also spent several years as a chief information officer at a college where I sponsored and led a series of Microsoft Portal and BI initiatives, as well as the corresponding infrastructure projects with those application development efforts. Overall, my experience includes direct involvement in more than 10 portal implementations, several of which were Microsoft related. I've truly enjoyed working with and getting to know members of the Moog community. The partnership that has developed over this past year between Moog and Centric is exactly the kind of relationship I look to emulate across Centric with all of our clients. I am immeasurably committed on a personal level to making this portal project an over-the-top success for Moog. Personally, I spent some time working in Buffalo earlier in my career. I have some family members from Tonawanda, and as many of you know here, there are lots of similarities between Buffalo and Cleveland. Good food, strong heritage, strong culture. These are all very important things to me. I'm married with 2 boys, and our family's personal life revolves around the boys' schedules. I enjoy coaching kids, I enjoy fitness, and volunteering for leadership positions in the community, and I love pierogies, kielbasi, and I'm a self-proclaimed polka king. And now I'll turn it back to Paul Elliott, our fearless project manager, so he can introduce himself in person.